You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia, and Tactical Fishing Company.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Good morning, everybody. Let me know how the mic is. Am I coming in a little too hot or anything? I know I look a little disheveled this morning. My apologies for not looking beautiful. Let me see. We got some people on the old Instagram. Oh my God, Instagram is working. That is a miracle in of itself, actually. All righty, we got 2 people watching right now. Please let me know if you guys can hear me in the old chatty chat. Well, before we get started here with the Sizzling Summer Showdown, the last update of the tournament here. So please, again, let me know real quick in the chat if you can hear me. Let's see. Looking for people. And then again, this thing will be re-uploaded this time, so do not worry about that at all. This thing will be re-uploaded, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of this jazz, just to make sure that this gets out there in a timely fashion before the end of the event. Let's take a look, see right here what we got. Let me pop this up too. We got loud and clear, Rusty. We got sounds great, Jimbo. Perfect. Awesome. All righty, so let's get started. So guys, this is the Sizzling Summer Showdown. Tournament is going to be, let's see. Oh, why am I not sharing my screen? Yeah, wait to boom and share. Boom. There we go. All righty, guys. This is the Sizzling Summer Showdown. This is the second one I have done with this. This has been a lot of fun. It's real quick, and I said I would touch on this actually on the private members Facebook group. Again, if you guys want to get a part of it, let me back up. So basically, Patreon is a way that you guys can kind of help keep Fishing the DMV alive. It's a members only kind of group. I do members only content. People get discounts on different products from Jake's Bait and Tackle, Max 4 Fishing, places like that. Also, it helps actually pay the mortgage and keep me doing this show, because it's actually kind of expensive to have all this stuff, the setup and monthly fees and things. And a way is to say thank you is kind of like a dividend. I put on about 4 tournaments a year. They're monthly tournaments where I am the primary sponsor. I am the backer. So I take, instead of that month me making any money, I just put that money back into the club for you guys. So you get these members only tournaments, and they're absolutely a lot of fun. And the Sizzling Summer Showdown is one of these where it just keeps getting bigger. Last year we had a good turnout. I think we almost doubled the amount of people that joined this one, and the amount of fish that have been submitted is absolutely insane. Going forward for the next tournament, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get some help. One issue besides my life right now being a little bit crazy, which, don't have to get into that. It's the amount of fish submitted, and trying to keep up with it is getting hard for one person to do. As I get a little bit more popular, on social media, and you guys really getting passionate about the fish catches. So for the next tournament, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get some help. I think it would make these announcements a lot smoother. For an example, when I was going through making the updates to this, by the time I got everything kind of updated, the PowerPoint updated and everything, and some of the screenshots of fish put on the PowerPoint, people submitted more fish. And so you have to go through making the Excel spreadsheet again and just doing all that stuff. It's again, not trying to look for an out or anything, but I just know now that going forward, we've gotten so big that I am but one man, and I'm going to need to figure out a way to get some help to do these, which is a good problem to have, honestly. It really is. So anyway, without further ado, why don't we get into it here? And then if you are not listening to this right now, do not worry about it. I'm going to take the PowerPoint. It'll be uploaded to Patreon for club members. They can download the PowerPoint as a PDF and look through it. But let us get into it. So the Sizzling Summer Showdown, it started June 13th, and it's going to be ending here. We're coming up real quick in August, but let's get through it here with the congratulations. Huge shout out to all of our sponsors: Fit Lures, Jake's Bait and Tackle, Fishing Pro Tech, LMD Enterprises, Flint at Flint Financial, and Max for Fishing. Tactical Fishing Company, I have not heard back from them in some time, so I don't know what's up with that. So we'll just leave it at that and keep it professional. And let's go with this right here. We also have to have a huge shout out to our Hall of Fame members on Patreon. You guys, seriously, guys, I know it's about $25 a month if you want to join. I give you guys a shout out at the end of each episode. I'm looking for more ways to say just absolutely thank you. If you have a small business and you really can't afford to do a full-time sponsorship, but you want me to, at the end of each show, give your business a shout out or you a shout out, try to become a Hall of Fame member on Patreon. Again, huge shout out to Mr. Bass, Terry Bailey, Finch, and Michael Eckert, Lake Anna Weather LLC on Facebook. All of your weather needs if you're going to Lake Anna for a fun vacation. Thank you to all of you. So here's the thing that you guys all care about. The tournament started June 13th, and it's going to end August 2nd at midnight. Okay? So this is how this is going to work. And I'm going to type this out here with you guys to make sure everyone's along with this. Okay? The leaderboard will be shut off after this live stream. Okay? So after this live stream on Sunday, July 26th, the leaderboard will be shut off. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is it kind of makes it fun and exciting. Sometimes people actually will just snipe where they're like, okay, I need to catch a bluegill that's 8.25 inches. Therefore, that's all I'm going to hunt for. I just think it kind of takes away from the idea of just going out there and fishing as hard as you can and trying to catch the biggest fish possible, because regardless, if you catch the biggest fish possible, you have a chance to actually have success and win the tournament. Okay, that's just kind of how it should work. Now, the tournament ends when? Sunday, August 2nd at midnight. Okay. What that means by midnight, all the submissions have to be in by midnight. Hopefully no one is out until midnight and then get back at 1 a.m. All fish have to be submitted by midnight. And then the leaderboard will be shut off. Okay. Then what will happen, and this is kind of important, I take a whole week from the time the tournament ends until the ceremony, generally speaking. Why? Going back to what I said earlier, there's about 10,000 fish catches, and there are some tiebreakers. I want that amount of time to where I go through everything anally to make sure everything is on the up and up and there was no foul play with everything. So what does that mean if the tournament ends on August 2nd? Well, that means the ceremony will be Sunday, August 9th. So the tournament ceremony will be August 9th. When it comes to trophies and payouts, I am terrible at getting the trophies out, but I am insanely good at getting you all paid. So, you take the good for the bad. I usually have everybody paid within about 48, 72 hours, which is the other reason I get this break in there. Everything's all set up, ready to go. And then I can just boom, 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 send out the payments as fast as I get your information. Okay. So payments usually are good. The one thing we're doing differently, and I kind of like this, and the vibe is like people like this too. Instead of me ordering all the trophies in bulk, I wait until the tournament is over and then I order them because I can customize them. I can put your name on them basically. So a little bit more thought kind of goes into them, and then I'll just order it from the company and then just send it straight to you. You know, no middleman of me sending them to me, then me having to ship them out. It'll just be straight to you. And if you win the tournament, I can put your name on the plaque as well. So that's how we're going to do the trophies. I think they look a little bit cooler with that. So that is the information there with that. Let's get on to the next slide. All right, again, so let me make sure we got here. Okay, cool. We got the trophies, all that. Everyone understands that. You have to be a Patreon member. Again, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be a Weekend Warrior or grandfathered in member or a Hall of Fame club member on Patreon. It's the fee to join the club. You get a lot of great benefits. We're putting more and more stuff online. July has been a little weird for me, but starting in August, we'll be putting more and more stuff back on the Patreon app. This is how I basically stay alive. So please try to join. It's only between $6 to $8 to $25 a month. It really means a lot. Please don't just sign up and then try to cancel once you get the code to sign up for the tournament, and just to refund the $6. If that happens and you're not an active member, you're automatically disqualified from the tournament. And Patreon, even though they did some updates, will sometimes kick you because it thinks you've been on the platform too long, and it'll kick you because your credit card information. So if you are a Weekend Warrior or you're a grandfathered in member, especially if you're a grandfathered in member, because the grandfathered in member is capped. There's only so many spaces in the grandfathered in membership because it's the cheapest. And if for some reason it boots you because it says like your pay information is not good and somebody else goes in and takes your spot, I can't help you there. I can't add more spots to that. The thing is capped at the amount of members, and you have to go up to a Weekend Warrior. So again, go check us out on Patreon for that. I really appreciate it. All right. So these are the species: largemouth, spotted bass, and smallmouth. Spotted bass, because there's about 4 places you can actually catch spotted bass. So I count them, no problem there. Or Alabama bass, depending on how you want to call them. Alabama versus spotted bass. It gets into a rabbit hole there when it goes between a spot versus a Alabama. And I just don't like to be the posh guy that tries to correct people all the time. It gets, it's not the vibe I want to come off with. But it's your best 8 fish from the largemouth spotted bass or smallmouth bass. And then there's 2 divisions. There's the smallmouth only division and the mixed bag largemouth division. How this works is if you catch 6 largemouth bass and a 21-inch smallmouth and another 18-inch smallmouth, and those are your best of those species across the board, your best 8, then you're automatically in the mixed bag division. And then the smallmouth division kind of just speaks for itself. This is how you measure the fish. I am very quick on that slide because apparently Facebook hates it and thinks it is a naughty website for some reason. I don't know why, but I got banned from Facebook for like a week because I showed that photo. So I'm going to be short right there. If you guys want to see it, I'll send it to you. It's just basically how you measure a fish, how you're supposed to measure it. I'm pretty lenient with that. The largemouth mixed bag division and the smallmouth division, it is $200 for first place with the plaque. Second place gets $100 and a plaque. Third place, $60 and a plaque. Fourth place, a plaque. Fifth place, a plaque. That's across the board divisions. Again, I mentioned it and I'll repeat it here because we've got to keep repeating stuff because this is just how this works. I will send those plaques out separately. So I will buy them separately and just ship them straight to you, and I'll put your name on it as well. So it'll kind of look all nice and neat. If you want to join Patreon, please do me a huge favor. Use your whole name. We are doing more and more prize giveaways. We're doing more just random lottery drawings. Along with, if you win the event and I want to send you stuff, it's hard to find you if your name is Big Diddy 67. If your name is Rick Williams, just try to use Rick Williams if that's what you signed up with Tourney X for. It's a lot easier for me to try to find your information to get a hold of you. So please, please, please do that. Okay. These are 2 big things here that we kind of touched on, but I'll touch on it again. All of this was updated yesterday, which was Saturday, July 25th in the evening. And I was finishing working up, getting everything done. When I wake up this morning, there's a bunch more fish submitted. A bunch of different things happened. At some point, you just got to be like, hey, listen, doing the best I can, because I'd have to redo the whole spreadsheet and stuff. But there were some fish submitted that did adjust the leaderboard, that did adjust the big fish. I saw them. This is just not with this upload. Okay. So And then the tiebreakers. There are some ties. Because there are so many fish submitted, and this is a 1.5 month long tournament, I really don't mess with the tiebreakers until we get to the final update, which will be the ceremony. Okay. Which will be the, I guess, not the final update, but like the end of the tournament. So tiebreakers, it's the largest fish by length first. So if both of you guys have 12 points, whoever caught the biggest fish, and then it'll be whoever caught the fish that was caught first of the biggest. Sorry. If that's tied, and then we'll go to the most fish submitted. And I'm thinking for the next tournament, I'm going to flip flop these. It's the biggest fish first, and then whoever caught the most will probably be how it is. But just and then we could do a coin flip or MMA, your call. So everyone understand that? Hopefully they do. Let us get into it here. All right. So the first thing up is the Sizzling Summer Showdown. It is the largemouth mixed bag division. All right, let's go with it here. In 28th place, we have Nick Mayers with 17 inches. In 27th place, we have Randy Scott with 39 inches. In 26th place, with 52 inches, we have Greg Anderson. In 25th place, with 54 inches, we have Mike Holsky. In 24th place, we have Noah with 67.50. In 23rd place, we have Jim with 86.25. In 22nd place, we have Richard Thwing with 105 inches. In 21st place, we have Kristen Sherwood with 111 inches. In 20th place, we have Michael Prey with 120.75. I can speak. In 19th place, we have John Fanning with 121 inches. In 18th place, we have Lee Wells with 121.25. In 17th place, we have Joe Parks with 124.50. In 16th place, we have Chris Sherwood with 126.00 inches. In 15th place, we have Gary Duncan with 129.50 inches. In 14th place, we have Nick Clements with 130.50 inches. In 13th place, we have Jake Ham with 133 inches. In 12th place, with 134 inches, we have Michael Eckner with 136.50 inches. In 11th place, we have Dave Thompson. In 10th place, with 137.75, we have Jose Serrano. In 9th place, with 141 inches, dude, cracked into the top here. I think this is your first time in a while, dude. You've been in this high up. We have Derek Smith. In 8th place with 144.75, we have Aaron Ball. In 7th place with 153.50 inches, we have Charlie Russell. In 6th place with 157.25, we have Kemp Davis. In 5th place with 161.50, we have Bruce Callis. In 4th place with 164 inches, we have Jamie McLean. In 3rd place with 164.75 inches, we have Roy Jones. In 2nd place with 172.50 inches, we have Jason Church. And in 1st place with 178.25 inches, we have Stephen Beck. Well done, everybody. Well done. And again, tiebreakers will be formulated and co-tabulated and will be all set, cleaned up before the end of the tournament. So let's get into the big fish awards. First up, we have the largemouth division. What I love about this, again, this is called the Hunter Smith and Aiden rule. Basically, we're taking the 6 biggest largemouth caught by separate anglers. The reason is Hunter Smith went out there, and then Aiden did this too, and they just had one great weekend, and they caught absolutely the biggest bags of their life. And to me, when you're doing a month-long tournament, it's kind of boring if somebody does have that, and then like all the awards are done. So it is the biggest fish caught, and then it's the next biggest fish caught by a different angler. That way it keeps it competitive and not one person just waxes the floor with all of a certain division, just to kind of keep that in mind there. So with that said, let's go with the smallest of the biggest fish. First up with 21.75 inches, Roy Jones. 21.75 inches, a beautiful fish. In 5th place with the 5th biggest largemouth recorded so far in this event, we have Bruce Callis. Well done, sir. Well done. In fourth place, we have Derek Smith, 22.50 inches. Derek, if you're listening, is this the biggest smallmouth you've recorded in our events? I feel like it is. In third place, we have Kemp Davis, 23 inches on the dot. Dude, well freaking done, man. Well done. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful fish there. All right. And then let's get us into the next one here. All right. In second place, the second biggest largemouth recorded in this event goes to Jason Church, 23.25 inches. Absolutely a biggin. Massive, massive fish there, dude. Well done, sir. Well done. And in first place, with the biggest largemouth recorded so far in this event, goes to Stephen Beck, 24 inches on the dot. 24 inches. Good God. That is a monster fish, dude. Congratulations, man. Absolutely a well-deserved fish. All right, let's get into the smallmouth side of things. Now, the smallmouth division is interesting. Again, we're going to be getting into that with the Big Fish Awards. I'm kind of proud of it. I gave myself way too much freaking work this time around. But you know what? Isn't that life? Is to give yourself a little bit more work and always challenge yourself. That's what I think. So let's get into the smallmouth division here. Okay, here we go. Let us. All right, perfect. All right. In 16th place with 32 inches, we have Michael Kirshner. In 15th place, we have 33.5 inches. We have Mark Corley. In 14th place with 84.75, we have Trevor English. In 13th place with 123.50 inches, we have Tyler Simmons. In 12th place with 129.25 inches, we have Joey Edwards. In 11th place with 130 inches, we have Dave Colette. In 10th place with 136 inches, we have Douglas Spatch. In 9th place with 138.25, we have Samuel. Beautiful. And dude, he's got some cool fish that we caught in the side pot we have to talk about. In 8th place with 143.25, we have Matthew Farver. In 7th place with 143.25, we have Matthew Gills. In 6th place with 144.25, we have Jared Clare. In 5th place with 145.5 inches, we have Brian Heath. In 4th place with 148.25 inches, we have Toby Foster. In 3rd place with 149.50 inches, we have Todd Spatch. In 2nd place with 149.75 inches, we have Dan Grove. And in 1st place with 150.75, we have Bill Durbo. Sorry. Almost got through it all correctly. Congratulations, everyone. If the tournament ended today, that is what you would have. All right, let's get to the old smallmouth big fish award winners here. Okay, we actually broke this bad boy up into three separate divisions, and what we're going to be doing is, and this is the same thing with the big fish awards as well for the largemouth division too. So just kind of keep that in mind there. But we are doing the four biggest smallmouth caught in Pennsylvania waters, Maryland waters, and Virginia waters. Keep that in mind. Okay, so absolutely just excited about this. We really opened it up to try to see as many smallmouth could get caught as possible. And I think it turned out well. Definitely the least amount of smallmouth anglers we've ever had in an event, which is kind of fascinating to me. But let's get into it. The fourth biggest smallmouth caught in Pennsylvania waters goes to Bill Durbo, 19.75 inches. In third place with 20 inches, we have Dan Grove. In second place with 20.25 inches, we have Todd Spatch. And in first place, we have Charlie Russell, 20.25, because he just submitted his fish the first. It goes into that tiebreaker right there. Congratulations, guys. The biggest Pennsylvania smallmouth so far. Now, I would like to tell everybody right here and feel like I missed a fish and you're listening to this, please listen to it. And you're like, hey, listen, I live in Pennsylvania and I caught a smallmouth in the Shenandoah River or whatever, and I submitted it and I overlooked it for some reason. Please message me and let me know. It happened last tournament. A guy that was always fishing a certain body of water, and then I completely spaced on, he caught this one in a different place. I didn't mark it. I'm just getting so many fish catches. My bad completely. please help me and check that out. If you like, yeah, I caught this fish somewhere else, just to make sure I don't miss anything. So let's get into it here. So for the Maryland waters, the fourth biggest so far goes to Mark Corley, 17.50 inches. Congratulations, Brew Tank. The third biggest smallmouth caught in Maryland waters goes to Matthew, 19.50 inches. The second biggest smallmouth caught from Maryland waters goes to Jose Serrano, 20.25 inches. Beautiful smallmouth. And in first place, the biggest smallmouth so far recorded in Maryland waters goes to Jamie McLean, 20.50 inches. That is a beautiful smallmouth, my dude. Absolutely impressive. I cannot believe you caught that. That is wild. All right. And here we go. Let's go to Virginia waters now. Same thing. If I missed a fish that was a smallmouth that was caught somewhere else, please let me know. All right. The fourth biggest smallmouth caught in Virginia waters goes to Trevor English, 17.75 inches. The third biggest smallmouth caught out of Virginia waters goes to Toby Foster, 19.75 inches. Congratulations, dude. The second biggest smallmouth so far caught in Virginia waters goes to Matthew Gills, 20 inches on the dot. Well, that's the wrong one. And the biggest smallmouth caught in Virginia waters goes to Brian Heath, 20.50 inches. Beautiful football there, guys. Absolutely beautiful fish. All right. Side pot challenge. We really opened this up as well. So this is what we are doing here with this bad mama jamma. All right. It is the three biggest rock bass, the three biggest snakehead, the three biggest bluegill, the two biggest walleye, the two biggest crappie, and the two biggest fall fish. All right. And then it's going to be $50 to the biggest one caught, and then a certificate, and then everyone else gets $35 to the next biggest there. Again, saving the trees, trying the certificate thing. Make the plaques more of a big deal too. And I believe we're doing the same thing with the largemouth division, but I said that in an earlier video. I don't have that with me right now because I was so frantic trying to get all this out, but that will definitely be in the final product if it were. So no worries there, but let's get into it. This will be fun. So first off, let us start with the rock bass. We had a little bit of change in leaderboard. Okay. Michael here, 8 inches. Beautiful rock bass, dude. Congratulations. So far, the biggest rock bass recorded goes to Michael at 8 inches. And then the three biggest so far is Michael, Richard Thring, and then Douglas Spatch. 8 inches, 7.25 inches, and then Douglas with a 6.75 inch rock bass. Beautiful fish. And then let's get into our next thing, which is the snakeheads. And then Jason Church, 28 inches on the dot. So far, it is the biggest snakehead recorded in this event here. Beautiful fish. And then let's show the three biggest right now. We have Jason Church with 28 inches, Gary with a 26 inch, and then Mark Corley with 25.25 inches. Beautiful fish. And then let us get into bluegill. Roy Jones, 9.75 inches, 9.75 inches. Congratulations there, big dog. Absolutely awesome. And then let's go into it here with the three biggest is Roy Jones, Richard Thring, and then Aaron Ball. 9.75, 8.5, 8.25 inches. Absolutely awesome stuff, guys. Awesome stuff. Let's get into our next division, which is the walleye. Charlie Russell still. 17.25 inches. Charlie Russell right now has the biggest. There was, when I made this, again, let me get into it here. When this was made, the walleye didn't come in yet. So just keep that in mind. So Charlie Russell has the record as of now, but it's going to change because I tried to slip this in there. Samuel did drop a 22.50 inch walleye. So it bumped Charlie down, but just for how these standings go, it'll be flip-flopped at the final thing. Okay, so I tried to rewrite that in there because it's just really hard to make those graphic designs on a whim. But that's how that goes. So, but those are the two biggest walleye. And honestly, they're the only walleye caught, which is crazy. So I think for the fall and winter tournament, I'll know that there are just some fish species that are just seasonal. and they're just not good other times of year. So the walleye fishing definitely seems like it's down in the summer. So they will not be here next summer for sure. And we'll go with another species. But let's get into the crappie. Matthew Gills, 15 inches. Beautiful fish. And then the two biggest crappie so far, again, Matthew Gills and then Greg Anderson, 13 inches on the dot. Greg, dude, way to keep it up there with that. Awesome stuff, man. And then let's get into the next thing here. We have the fall fish. Samuel, my God, 17.50 inches for a fall fish. That thing is a massive, dude. That thing is absolutely massive. Of course, that is winning. That is the biggest. That's got to be a state record or close to it for where you caught it. Again, the two biggest fall fish so far corded, 17.50 inches. Richard Thring with 13 inches on the dot. That amazing stuff there. If the tournament ended, these are kind of your winners for the side pot challenges. Congratulations to everyone there. And let's get into the next thing, which is we're doing something else, which is a to reward or to give out more stuff. We're doing the most fish caught. Okay. And we're going to do basically, we're taking the 5 anglers, and then from the 5, we're going to give away 2 prizes, a lottery prize. So definitely it'll probably be 1 gift card will be, of course, the person that caught the most. And then we're going to do a lottery where I'm just going to raffle away the next biggest gift card to the next person there. So I know I'm rambling, but you're going to see it here. So right now, the most fish submitted in this event goes to Roy Jones. He has caught over 263 fish that he submitted. Good Lord, man. So 263 fish. So he's going to be winning a big old gift card to that. Well freaking done with that, dude. That's awesome. And then what we'll probably do is maybe next tournament, we'll do a plaque too. Just trying to figure that out with that. I need to get a plaque making machine. That would make my life so much freaking easier if I had a plaque making machine. But yeah, and then you have Samuel, Jason Church, Bruce, and then David. Roy Jones really embraced the spirit of the every fish counts format, and my God, did he do it. So huge shout out to him doing that, man. I mean, you just walked away with it there, which is pretty cool. So let us get back into it here. Then we also did the smallest fish, and this is what we have so far for the smallest fish. Right now, the smallest fish, we have Tyler Simmons, Richard Thring, Roy Jones, David Spatch, and we have a tie with Lee Wells, and then Samuel with a 7-inch smallmouth bass. Them's some tiny fish. And now how this works for the smallest fish recorded is I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it into a lottery machine, and then whoever wins is going to win a glide bait or a big swim bait from Jake's Bait and Tackle. Just let me know kind of what you guys want, and we'll go from there. I'll reach out to you guys separately. The person that wins that, we can kind of figure out, pick what you want. So yeah, you got to win a big bait if you catch tiny fish. That was kind of the meme joke there. And then if you're a Patreon member, make sure you go to our members only Facebook group. Okay. It's called the Patreon Facebook group, because what we're doing is I'm giving away also prizes to be able to just have really cool fish catches. You're going to win a gift card to Jake's Bait and Tackle. So example is Nick Clemens. He went out cobia fishing. He caught this beautiful cobia. I believe he said it was like his first cobia. So right now he's in contention to win a prize. It does not have to be a bass in the tournament. It could just be a memorable fish catch from the summer. It's the summertime, baby. So go out there, post it on our private Facebook group. That's the easiest way to make sure I get tagged in it, and then we'll add that. And Michael Eckert caught this beautiful striper this summer. This is a striped bass from Lake Anna. Beautiful fish. So far, these are the 2 memorable fish catches. I believe Jason Church also had one. I got to find it again, Jason, because I think you caught like a gar or something. I think somebody else caught a shark, not while bass fishing. So yeah, please send that to me, or just post it in our private Facebook group, or you can send it to me privately, and I'll make sure I'll add that to the board. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me, fishingdmv@gmail.com or social media. Again, if you guys fish hard, I'm going to shut down the leaderboard here today, so you can't see it. And then the tournament is going to end next Sunday. And then after a week of me compiling, making sure everything is correct, no issues, I will announce the winners and we will go from there. And then again, just please spread the word about Patreon. I know we've lost a couple of members, so there's some openings. And really, if we keep our Patreon alive and healthy, I'll be able to keep doing these tournaments. That's the biggest thing. We have to keep our club alive and healthy if I want to keep doing these tournaments and growing them. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys next time on Fishing the DMV.
You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens.
Fishing in DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia. Fishing Pro